Hi there, Lori here, and I'm going to show you how to use the JumpstartDesigns templates when the .page files are available and you want to use them on a layout, how you're going to pull those from the zipped file that Sherry has offered. You can see that she offers the .page format, and then how you can use this on your own layout in Storybook Creator or Artisan to make this page yours. To begin with, I've clicked on the link and I go to download the free template here. And when I click on that, I'm going to get this button where I hit download, and then we'll see it start to download. I use Chrome, so your browser might be a little bit different. Now, it does take a little while for this to happen, so I did download one already. And if I double click and open that up, and then double click again and open it up, you can see that this is the .page file. What I usually do here is I'll copy, and then I'm going to go back out, and I can go just into my downloads folder and right mouse and paste, and then that will show up in there. So you just need it unzipped, and you need it, you can go get it and you can copy and paste it out. You can see that this one is still downloading. When it looks like that, it means it just hasn't finished yet, but this is the one I downloaded earlier. So now I'm in my layout. I have a project and a page open, and I'm going to take this page right here and change template, and then I'm going to use a page file from my computer. So when I click on that, I have to browse to where it is. So I know that was in downloads, and we're on the thumbnail view, so I can see that template. If I click here and I go to details, I can also see that it's a .page file. I tend to like mine on large icons so that I can see those thumbnails, and then no matter what I've got going on for .page files, I can easily see them and choose them, and then just click open, and it's going to replace that blank page with the template that Sherry has made. So now I want to make this template my own. I want to fill in the pieces, and I don't necessarily want to use these flowers, although they're gorgeous and the coloring's beautiful the way it is. But if I open a kit, and I'm going to open the JumpstartDesigns Little Panda Loves, and I want to start replacing things with this kit. So what I do, the easiest way I've found without having to load that kit into Artisan, is I go to my photos and I have photos not used. You can see this photo I haven't used yet on a page, so it's hanging out there. But I open up the folder and all of the papers and all of the elements are here. Now I could just click and start dragging over papers, but I found a little trick to make it very quick and easy. I choose View, I go to Details, and then on Type, I click one time, and all the JPEGs go to the very top. So I can go get all of the JPEGs and use my Shift key and grab them all. So all the JPEGs are papers. And I'm just going to drag them over and drop them into the photos not used. And now I have all my papers, and I even have some previews over here. So sometimes it's nice to be able to open a preview and take a look at it. Now, when that's done moving over, I click a second time on Type, and it will flip it, so now all the JPEGs are down at the bottom, and all my pings are at the top. When I go back to large icons, now I've got all my elements, and then I've already got the papers moved over, so I don't need those at the top. So at this point, I'm going to go over, and I'm just going to start filling in pieces with different papers. And there are times like this when both pieces are filling in, and maybe you don't want both of those pieces in there. So what you could do is you could go to Cut and Fill and Wand, and I could possibly make it so that I grab this one section, and then I can wand that all out, and then I can fill it with two different papers. So while I could go all the way through and see the whole thing, I'll just show you with this part. I'm going to keep both areas, and now that splits it, and I can take just this piece and fill the element, and then I could take just that piece and fill the element. Then, of course, I can fill in my back piece of paper. my project background, and if you click on it and it doesn't highlight, you can scroll down to the bottom and you might see that it's locked. So you can always unlock it and then come click on it. Sometimes when we're converting, locking it is a practice that we have. So as I fill each one of these pieces, I start to make this template more and more mine. This black ring that disappears when you put in that darker paper, I can always fill that with a lighter paper or just a color. And as I work my way through, I'm just changing up this template to make it look more like I want it to. But you notice that these flowers and the leaves and things don't necessarily go with this template. So what you would do from here is open up that folder again, and you can start grabbing the pieces in there that you want to use on this layout. And I just use my control key and I scroll through and I find some of the first pieces that I might want to use. I don't worry about bringing over everything yet, but just some of the first pieces. And once I get those, I drag and I drop it over to the side, off the palette itself and just over to the side. The more you pull, the longer it will take. And once those are there, they're all highlighted. I tend to go straight to my format and do my shadow while those are all highlighted. I don't want to necessarily get them onto the page and then forget to shadow something, so I like doing it while they're there. If they're approximately the right size, I might leave them alone, but sometimes I'll just do a resize while they're all selected. And over here you can scroll up and see there they all are. And then I'm going to start replacing. So I might want this flower instead of this pink flower. So I can grab the pink one and I will group and then ungroup, and it puts it in the same layer down here. Now I can get rid of that pink one. I can move it right out of the way, and I can adjust my green one. Now these leaves are down underneath, so if I want to go get my leaves, and I might angle them slightly, I'm going to select the original leaves, group and ungroup. I can now delete those leaves and tuck the new ones that go with the kit exactly where I want them to be. So I can keep working on these. Now this purple flower, possibly I want it where that yellow flower is. So group and ungroup. You can see over there it's now at the right layer. I'll delete that yellow flower and move that purple one into a location that I'm happy with. And the same with the blue flower. I can just keep doing this the whole way through. So my finished layout actually probably won't have any of these original pieces, but I might very well have replaced each one of those with a piece that goes with the kit so that it's all coordinated. And then of course I can put some buttons where the little circles are, and I can just keep building on it and making it mine. If I'd like, I can take some of the elements that are there and I can do a 3D filter. Sometimes I'll put a 3D filter on just to give it a little more depth and make it look like it wasn't just an element that was part of the template that I didn't do anything with. So now that I've put the 3D filter on, I probably also want to add a shadow. And of course, before I'm done, I will grab some of these big background pieces that I've filled with paper, and I'll add a shadow to those also. That's basically it. You can take your template, make it your own, fill in all the pieces, and basically replace those. Pull your photos over, maybe add a title, some journaling, possibly a border, anything else that you'd like to make this template yours, and then you have a finished page that will be in your project that will look absolutely gorgeous and totally coordinated. Take care. Have a good day.